So she popped right out pretty good. I mean, I had to like jimmy it a couple different directions, angle it different ways. But she came right out. Um, Now, can you hear that? It does sound a little gritty, but that might be because a lot of the shit probably, it wasn't as clean as I should have been, but I'll definitely clean it up before I reassemble it. Yeah, some of the crap from the seal probably felt right inside of there. But we're not reusing this guy anyways. And, yeah. So we're going to toss this away. Let's not put it in there. Let's put it over there. And did buy a cheesy Chinese version. Oh, no offense to Chinese people, but Amazon. Basically, it's a pretty decent tool. It's kicks out bearings pretty well, installs them pretty well. I did get it on Amazon. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm sure they're all pretty good. So I'm just gonna put this together and knock this thing out. Before I... Alright, so I'll knock it out, and then I'm going to clean this thing up good. I mean, real good. Because I know it's the outside, but I'm going to clean her up even better, just to make sure I don't get any contaminants in the new bearing. Yeah, right after I kick this thing out. So I assembled this little guy. I'm going to put her in here. And it's blocked up on a couple 2x4s. And it's sitting pretty good. So we'll just tap that with a hammer. Hopefully it's not a dead blow hammer, but it is plastic. That's what I'm using. I mean, you don't have to. Any hammer. This just happened to be on top of my bench at the time. Alright, this isn't going to work out well for me. I need probably a heavier hammer, real hammer. And I should have one. Oh, man. Shit, I think it's... Oops, excuse my swearing. I think it's in my truck. Where all my tools are. I know, it's a clusterfuck. Alright. I'm gonna have to pause this again. Dang. So, this could have been a big oops. I was assuming that this step here was the outside, or rather, the outside of the bearing. And I thought I was hitting the outside of the bearing. I assumed that this edge was this edge here. Or maybe it would have been the interior actually of it. But anyways, it was not. And this is part of the cast. This is part of the aluminum. I'm using this guy. I only hit it twice. The thing, thank God it just fell out. But for any of you guys that are like kicking these things out, you need to use the smaller one to bang the inner race, I would say. And I think common knowledge is not to smack out the inner race because I don't know, maybe that's not common knowledge. Maybe I just said that. I thought you always want to hit the outer race. But anyways, so she fell out. I'm going to either knock the other one in, or I might stick it in the freezer for, 15 minutes, and then see if she goes in a little bit easy. And Wish I had a stand for this. Alright, okay. Yeah, it sounds a little gritty now, but that could have been the dirt. I don't know. But anyways, it's, I think, a good idea that we're switching that out for somebody, if not for myself. Obviously, I don't have shit to do, so here it is. Alright, so I decided to let it soak for a minute. Oh, it's just hot water and Dawn dish soap. I was thinking of a grease cutter. I was going to use this stuff, which I'm sure would work even better, but it's going to end up in my grass in my yard, and I do have a little garden. It's not well taken care of, but there's some cucumbers. We got some tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, which are beautiful, black raspberries, and muskmelon. I know this is quite a tangent from the rear differential of my Kawasaki, but I do that a lot. I get caught up in side things. I'm like a guy who does like 5 projects at the same time. Gets 1 done a year. Not very good. Sometimes. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit. But here's another issue. Look at that. What kind of creature is chewing on those things? Is that a rat? So I know we have gophers in the neighborhood, so I'm hoping it's just a gopher, because I don't want to think that there's rats around, but hell, there's probably rats around. It's my fire pit. There's some more black raspberries that I just put back there from the original black raspberries that were over there. The tomatoes look, I don't know. I always get this early blight. So I was watching videos showing some farmer dude that's spraying with neem oil and Dawn dish soap, and he's also using baking soda and Dawn, and he was like alternating every 3 days with one, 3 days with the other. So right now, yeah, I should have labeled it. This is neem oil. Shouldn't have the color blue. It's because I used copper-based fungicide that was organic, or they say it's organic. This was the baking soda. This is the baking soda and Dawn. All right, let's get back to it. Sorry. All right, so I don't think I was recording that. There's the old one. Yeah, I'll throw it away. And the new one, I tapped, yeah, obviously you saw that I tapped this out. So when I installed this, I didn't put it in the freezer, and I pushed this in by hand. I did seat it a little better with my setter there, bearing setter, but it went all the way in by hand, which is a little disconcerting. I would have guessed that it would have taken more to get it in place, but I don't know. It just seems like it should have been a tighter fit. I'm not going to sweat it though. It's in, it's done, it's clean. I'm going to get the seal. I'm going to slap some grease on the inside of this lip here and push the seal in, which is this guy. Hell. You see that? I'll be waiting down here though, right? So you're not going to see crap. Oh, yeah, this is the hammer. That's my baby right there. I bought this when I was out on a job. I'm a plastic injection molder. I went with a coworker, Jeff Bruce. Really good man. I miss him. He's gone now. Anyways. Alright. So we're going to use this hammer to hold this up. Yeah. I don't know. It's something like this. Let's see what we got here. I don't waste a lot of time. I just want to get to the meat and potatoes of the thing. What the fuck? Yeah, I swear a lot. I don't know what those rings are. There was no... I mean, this is the old one. It came with no O-rings. It does have a spring around it. Looks like they'll help keep that seal tight. As does this old one. Actually, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with this old one. It's just dirty. So I'm going to grease it up and press it in place. I'm not sure what these... I don't know why they got to do that crap. Throw some O-rings in there just to confuse you. It doesn't take much these days to confuse me. So I'm talking kind of quietly, I guess, because I don't want people to think I'm like a crazy person that talks to himself all the time. But I'm probably a crazy person that talks to myself all the time. Alright, I'm just going to use like basic lithium grease. I did not pre-grease this bearing. And maybe I should have. You know, I have some fogging oil really isn't the best idea. But I think a little bit of a lubricant will go a long ways. I just use this red multi-purpose lithium grease. I'm going to throw this first gob away, just because. And I'll just put a little bit in here. You know, I have a manual like right next to me. You think I'd use it? I do, occasionally. Probably not as often as I should be. I'll definitely check it out for the torque. So I'm just throwing grease on it, that's all. Grease on the inside, grease on the outside. I don't think I need it on the interior. The same bearing setting tool. Geez, my whole bench is kind of dirty again. I should have cleaned her up a little bit. So let's do this. Oh, I know, I can just clean it up afterwards. But... Oh, shoot. My hammer, of course. Plastic. Bang it down until she's flush. I think that sounds like it's solid. No, the lip is still sticking up. Yeah, about 2 o'clock here. No, that would be 10 o'clock. So I'm going to try to, there we go. Now it's square. And it's flush. It's still, I don't know why I'm being so anal about that. It's still a little, there's a little high spot. Not much, but, and is it really necessary to make it perfect all the way around? Probably not. There you go. Looks pretty good to me. So this black stuff in here looks like it's just, oh my gosh, I thought it was just grease, but, it's soft. Ah, it's rubber. It's probably from, oh man, that's got to come out of there. I got to get that crap out of there. I guess I'll cover the bearing, and I didn't want to turn my air compressor on because it is so loud. And it's early in the morning, Saturday morning. And I'm going to pause this. I'm going slow.